Did you know there's a creature that has roamed the ocean for 400 years? Somewhere in the dark, icy waters of the North Atlantic and the Arctic Ocean, there glides a creature that was already alive when George Washington was a boy, when the first steam engines were being built, and when most of the modern world's borders hadn't even been drawn yet. This is not a myth, a sea monster from folklore, or an exaggeration passed down through generations of fishermen. It is a real, living, breathing animal, the Greenland shark, scientifically known as Somniosus microcephalus, and it may be the longest living vertebrate on the entire planet.
The Greenland shark is not flashy. It doesn't have the sleek, predatory reputation of a great white or the colorful charm of a reef fish. It is a heavy, grayish-brown animal, often growing to lengths of over 6 meters, about 20 feet, making it one of the largest shark species in the world, comparable in size to the great white shark itself. But where the great white is fast, aggressive, and built for explosive bursts of speed, the Greenland shark is the opposite. It moves at a leisurely pace of about 1 kilometer per hour, earning it the nickname sleeper shark. Its small eyes are frequently infected by a parasitic copepod that attaches to the cornea, often leaving the shark partially or completely blind. Despite this, the Greenland shark survives, and not just survives, but thrives for centuries.
For a long time, marine biologists suspected that Greenland sharks lived unusually long lives, but nobody had solid proof. Most fish can be aged the way we age trees, by counting growth rings in hard body parts like otoliths, ear bones, or scales. But sharks don't have these structures in the same way, and Greenland sharks in particular have almost no calcified tissue that could be used for traditional aging methods. The breakthrough came in 2016, when a team of researchers led by Danish marine biologist Julius Nielsen published a landmark study in the journal Science. Instead of looking at bones, they turned to something far more unusual, the lens of the shark's eye. The eye lens is made of a stable protein that doesn't change much after the animal is fully formed in the womb. Layers of this protein build up over a lifetime, much like the rings of a tree, and by using radiocarbon dating on the very center of the lens, the part formed before birth, scientists could estimate roughly how long ago the shark had originally come into existence. The results were staggering. Nielsen's team examined 28 Greenland sharks, mostly ones that had died after being accidentally caught in fishing nets. The largest female in the study, measuring about 5 meters long, was estimated to be approximately 392 years old, with a range of uncertainty that placed her age somewhere between 272 and 512 years. Even using the most conservative estimate, that shark had likely been swimming the seas since before the founding of many modern nations.
Why does it live so long? The secret to the Greenland shark's extraordinary lifespan lies largely in its slow metabolism and the frigid environment it inhabits. Greenland sharks live in extremely cold water, often at depths of 1,200 to 2,200 meters, where temperatures hover just above freezing. Cold temperatures slow down biological processes, including the rate at which cells divide, the speed of growth, and the pace of aging itself. It's a bit like a car engine idling gently instead of revving hard. Less wear and tear accumulates over time. This slow metabolism also explains the shark's remarkably slow growth rate. Scientists estimate that Greenland sharks grow only about 1 centimeter per year. If a shark is roughly 5 meters long, doing simple math suggests it would take around 500 years to reach that size, a calculation that lines up eerily well with the radiocarbon dating results. It also means these sharks don't reach sexual maturity until they are around 150 years old. Imagine a species where an individual isn't considered an adult, biologically speaking, until it has lived a century and a half. By the time a Greenland shark is ready to reproduce, several human generations have already lived and died.
A witness to history. It's almost dizzying to consider what a 400-year-old Greenland shark has witnessed, even if sharks have no concept of human history. A shark born around the year 1620, Nielsen's lower estimate for the oldest individual studied,
would have been alive during the entire span of the Ottoman Empire's height. The rise and fall of countless kingdoms, both world wars, the invention of the airplane, the moon landing, and the creation of the internet. While the shark itself experienced none of this in any meaningful sense, the sheer scale of time it represents is humbling. It is a living, swimming reminder that life on Earth operates on timescales far beyond an individual human lifetime.
Life in the deep, cold dark. Greenland sharks are apex predators in their ecosystem, but they're also notorious scavengers. Their stomachs have been found to contain remains of fish, seals, and even, on occasion, parts of polar bears and reindeer, though scientists believe much of this is the result of opportunistic scavenging on carcasses rather than active hunting, given how slowly the sharks move. Some researchers believe Greenland sharks may use stealth rather than speed, drifting silently towards sleeping seals before striking, since their near blindness from the parasitic copepods doesn't seem to hinder their ability to feed. Their flesh contains unusually high concentrations of a chemical compound called trimethylamine oxide, TMAO, which acts as a kind of natural antifreeze, helping the shark's cells resist the crushing pressure and freezing temperatures of the deep ocean. However, this same compound makes the meat toxic to humans and other animals if eaten fresh. Consuming it can cause symptoms similar to severe alcohol intoxication, including loss of coordination and slurred speech. In Iceland, a traditional dish called hákarl is made by fermenting and drying Greenland shark meat for months to break down the toxic compounds, transforming it into a food that, while still notoriously pungent, is safe to eat.
A fragile ancient lineage. Despite their incredible resilience as individuals, Greenland sharks as a species face real vulnerabilities precisely because of their slow biology. A species that takes 150 years to reach reproductive maturity cannot recover quickly from population declines. Historically, Greenland sharks were heavily hunted for their liver oil, which was used in lamps and machinery before the widespread use of petroleum products. Today, they are sometimes caught accidentally in commercial fishing operations, targeting other species. Because of their slow reproduction and long maturation period, even modest losses to the population could take centuries to reverse, far longer than any human conservation policy typically plans for. This raises a sobering question. How do we protect a species whose life cycle unfolds on a timescale that dwarfs human institutions, governments, and even civilizations? A Greenland shark born today might still be alive in the year 2400 or beyond, swimming through oceans that will look entirely different from the ones we know now, shaped by climate change, shifting ecosystems, and human activity we can barely predict.
A reminder hidden in the deep. The story of the Greenland shark isn't just a fascinating fact for trivia nights. It's a reminder of how much we still don't know about the natural world, even about creatures that have existed for centuries right under our radar, quite literally swimming in the depths beneath fishing boats and research vessels for hundreds of years before scientists figured out how old they really were. It also offers a kind of quiet humility. In a world obsessed with speed, growth, and instant results, the Greenland shark thrives by doing the opposite, moving slowly, growing gradually, and outlasting nearly everything around it. While empires rise and fall, while technologies are invented and discarded, while generations of humans live their entire lives from birth to death, somewhere in the cold, dark waters of the Arctic, a Greenland shark that has been alive since the 1600s might still be drifting along, utterly indifferent to the passage of time that means so much to the rest of us. So the next time you think about what old really means, remember, somewhere in the ocean, there's a creature that was already alive long before your great-great-great-grandparents were born, and it's probably still swimming today.